friends, welcome to today's video. I'm super pumped about today's video. We're doing a full face of makeup using products that really captured my heart in 2022. These are products that I discovered this year that I absolutely love. I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, they're okay, or they're good, or I like them. No, I love these products. I think I'm gonna have to do a part 2 to this video. There are many other products that I just couldn't fit into this video. For example, I can't put on like 3 foundations and it was kind of difficult for me to decide which foundation was gonna make it into this video. So if you wanna see a part 2, let me know in the comment section down below. I have products from all over. I've got a couple of drugstore. I've got products that you can pick up at different retailers. I do wanna thank Blue Mercury for partnering with me on this video. Many of the products that I have in today's video, you can purchase at Blue Mercury. You can save 20% off. 20% off your purchase of $150 or more. And then I will note all the products that you can purchase there. I mean, you can purchase them other places, but now's the time to purchase them from Blue Mercury because of the event that's happening right now. And I will link everything and make a little notation of which are Blue Mercury products. The code, I'll have all of that in the description box. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with foundation. The foundation that I chose today is the Hourglass Soft Glow Foundation, the Ambient. When this launched, I was just blown away with this foundation. It reminded me a lot of my Dior Forever foundation, which was it still is a favorite of mine. But if you guys know me and you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that the Dior was like it was like my holy grail. I just would always reach for that foundation when I wanted something that gave great coverage, didn't look heavy, and lasted all day. Well, this foundation checks all of those boxes. I would say the key differences between the two is the Dior Forever Matte is a bit more matte, where this gives a little bit more of a natural finish. It's described as a glow foundation, but honestly, I wouldn't say it's like a glowy or dewy on me, especially not this time of year because my skin's a little bit drier. It really stacks up nicely to my Dior Forever foundation, but just a slightly different finish. And this you can pick up at Blue Mercury. I am the shade 7.5, by the way, and I'll have all of my shade and info down below as well. I just love this foundation. This is the foundation that I always reach for when I need my makeup to look good all day long. If I have a photo shoot or I'm doing anything special, a special event, I will wear this foundation. Next, going with concealer, and I feel like I wanna give you guys a chance to guess. Drop a comment down below if you can guess what concealer I'm about to share. I'll just give you a minute. The Bobbi Brown Skin Full Cover Concealer. Oh my God, I love this concealer. I have the shade beige, by the way. This concealer, it gives great coverage. It's super hydrating. It blends into the skin seamlessly. It lasts all day. It gives great coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy. It's a concealer that even though it gives great coverage, you can wear it on the days that you're not wearing foundation. Like maybe you're just gonna do a tinted moisturizer. You can use this concealer, and you can't really pull that off with every concealer. Coverage concealers are just too full coverage, and if you put them on, you don't blend a foundation with them, it looks odd, right? This is not one of them. This really is beautiful and natural looking on the skin. I really love this. I think this is a really great concealer for drier under eyes or mature skin as well, textured skin, because it doesn't crease and it lasts all day. I'm using the BK Beauty 110 concealer brush, by the way, to blend this in. I've been obsessed with this brush. I know I'm slightly biased. If you're new to my channel, by the way, I'm the founder of BK Beauty. I just assume that everyone watches my videos knows that, but maybe not. So I'm gonna blend that into my skin. It just blends in so perfectly. Oh, I love it, and the color is perfect for me. Next, we're gonna go in and warm the face up. And I kind of snuck this product into this video because, like I said, it was a very difficult decision for me to figure out which foundation was gonna pop in this video. And I found a way that I can incorporate two. So the next product is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. And I love this product as a foundation. I'm gonna use it today as a bronzer. In fact, I loved it so much, I bought it in 2 shades too deep for me so that I could use it as a bronzer. This is the shade 6. I love this foundation, but this is not a foundation that everyone will love. Let me tell you what I love about it. I love how this totally smooths and blurs my pores and my texture. It makes my skin look super duper smooth. I love how this foundation has a natural matte finish and it controls oil all day long and shine. I love how this foundation looks matte all day long. Now, people that might not like this are people that don't want a matte finish, people that don't want to control the oil. Maybe you have a really dry skin and you want your natural oils to come through so that your skin has a little bit of luminosity or natural glow. This will not do this. This has an ingredient called Upsolite in it, and that is an ingredient that really does control sebum production throughout the day. I will take all of those things. I love all those things, but not everyone will. Oh, and it's just so easy to apply. It is beautiful. I'm using the BK Beauty 107 brush, by the way, and I'm just literally just taking this product and pressing it onto the skin with a brush. So in my normal shade, when I wear this as foundation, is the shade 4. I've also heard of people using the clear as a primer for your foundation, so using the translucent one and then using your favorite foundation on top of it. I have not tried that, but I would imagine that it's a great thing to do. Oh, I just love this. I love this foundation. It was, like I said, these two were probably the best foundation discoveries of 2022 for me, hands down. Oh shoot, one product I didn't use that I meant to is the Iconic Underglow Blurring Primer. I love this product, you guys. This is a beautiful, glowy, but also blurring primer, which is like magic. It makes the skin have such a beautiful natural glow without looking shiny or greasy. I love this product. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and move right along. I'm gonna go ahead and set this, even though I don't really need to, but I'm going to because I want to show you this other bronzer that I fell in love with this year by Lawless. This is a powder bronzer. It's the Summer Skin Velvet Matte Bronzer in the shade Golden Hour. I love this powder bronzer. This is probably my favorite powder bronzer that I discovered this year. And you can always set a cream bronzer or a cream contour with a powder version of it, just to give a little bit more, like kind of lock it in place. And also when you want your makeup to look a little extra that day, that's a little great technique to just give a little more definition to the face. So, so pretty. So I'm just gonna set the T-zone and underneath the eyes with this Jouer powder. This is the Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder. This is a newer discovery for me, but I absolutely love this product. It also smooths everything out and gives a very airbrushed finish. It is slightly, like a little bit heavier than a translucent powder, but I don't use much. And I'm just using it really in the center of the face and underneath the eyes and just around the mouth. So kind of just right down in here. So do you see what that did? It gave a really natural highlight, emphasized the bronzer a bit more. Love it. Okay, you guys, let's move on. I fell head over heels for this product, and it was just a week ago that I tried it, but it's the Revlon Color Stay Cream Eyeshadow in the shade Caramel. This is a cream shadow. I just like to use my finger to apply it. It is so luxe and has the most beautiful creamy formula to it. It's this really pretty like patina shade. It kind of reminds me of that shade Patina from MAC. That really gorgeous, gorgeous patina shade. I love it. I'm just gonna blend it out with my finger. I would definitely pick this up. It's Revlon, so it's drugstore prices. I'm gonna grab it in a couple other shades, but I particularly love this one. Okay, you guys, now this was difficult to decide on which eyeshadow I was gonna feature in the part 1 video, and I just couldn't resist my Charlotte Tilbury little quad, the Sophisticate quad. This was in a video I talked about being the best boring eyeshadow palette that I've ever tried. I don't know how to explain this to you because I know I seem crazy when I say that this palette is just so beautiful, because you're looking at it and it's just like brown, gray, and like a vanilla shade matte. But I just love it. It just works. It's so, so easy. So I'm gonna go in, and since I already have a little bit of a base there, I'm gonna just take this little light matte shade and then the deeper brown shade. I'm kind of mix those two together, and we're going to create a little bit of definition right on the outer corner and kind of bring that into the crease. What I love about this palette is it just creates a very classic and sophisticated look. It never goes out of style. It is a palette that, you know, you could look back in 10 years and still love and use the same color scheme. It's just classic, and I love a good classic makeup look. So I'm really just kind of creating more definition on the outer corner. We're gonna keep that shade, that Revlon Cream Shadow, as our eyelid shade. We're not gonna cover that, but I do wanna create a little more shape to the eye. The Charlotte Tilbury quads are a splurge. It took me the longest time to really kind of take that leap into Charlotte Tilbury, and now I can't get enough of it. I think obviously I do this for a living, so I can justify the purchase of makeup probably a little bit more than if I didn't do this, but I can say if you ever purchase the Charlotte Tilbury quad palette, you won't be disappointed. As long as you obviously love the color scheme, but they're just really great quality. All their formulas are so beautiful. Next, I'm gonna take the little vanilla shade, and I'm gonna take the Angie A501 brush, and we're gonna use this to just highlight underneath the brow, real subtle. Next, we're gonna line the upper lash line. I'm gonna use this pencil from Loon and Aster. This is the shade Dawn to Dusk Gel Eyeliner, and it's the shade Brown. This is kind of like a little bit of a dupe for the Trish McEvoy Gel Kohl eyeliners, which I also love. I can't remember if I discovered those this year or last year, but I love those eyeliners because they're so richly pigmented and so soft. They just glide on effortlessly, and these do as well. So Lune & Aster is Bluemercury's in-house brand, and they have a full collection of cosmetic products and skincare products. I love their M61 little glycolic salicylic acid peels. Those are so good. They have them in a regular, and then they have them in a tan, like a self-tanner one, and I have them both. But they have really great in-house brands. Lune & Aster, I've picked up several things from them this year, and I really have enjoyed all of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna create this line, and then I'm actually gonna tight line underneath the eye also. Lovely, love that. Nice, thick, kind of chunky line there. Next, I'm gonna go in with this little Lune & Aster shade. This is the Stardust Eye Pop. It's the shade Smoky Topaz. Look at that. It is the most beautiful cream to powder shadow. I discovered this about a month or so ago, and it just like knocked my socks off. It is so, so beautiful. Having a good, like what's the right word? Like pop of excitement shadow is what this is. Like you need to have one of these. It's not just perfect for the holidays, which obviously that's a given, but you know, for any special event or anytime you just want to elevate a simple eye look, just grab a beautiful, highly reflected shadow like this, and it will completely elevate your look. Okay, so I just put that underneath the eye with nothing underneath it. I wanna show you a really neat trick. So I typically don't line on my lower lash line with something really dark. I like to go with something a little shimmery, but this is pretty light. I want a little more definition. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my dark pencil, and I'm going to create a little bit of a line halfway from the outer corner to the middle of my eye. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this shadow, and I'm going to kind of run this over that to, one, lighten it a bit, also smoke it out. And it's just gonna give me like the perfect depth of color, but also that shimmer just really takes it down and softens it so, so much. So do you see the difference? So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do this other side because I want a little more definition there, but again, I don't want it to be too harsh. When you're lining the lower lash line, if you go too harsh or stark, it can really make the eye look smaller and just be a little too harsh, so I don't wanna do that. So I'm just gonna run this Stardust shadow on top of it. And then last, I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this right into the center of my lid. Oh, so beautiful. These are so beautiful. They come in a couple other shades, and they are also from Bluemercury. Okay, so for mascara, any guesses on what mascara I'm going to share? I did discover several mascaras that I loved this year, but I think the one that jumps out as just one that blew me away is the Tower 28. I love this mascara. I like the wand. It has a little bit of a curve to it. It has tiny little teeth, so it really does a great job of grabbing each lash and coating it and pulling and separating it. Now I'm gonna start at the base of my lashes, kind of wiggle the brush back and forth, and then sweep up. It just gives such dramatic results so quickly. Like, it's not a mascara that you have to spend a lot of time building. It just gives dramatic lashes right off the bat. I love this mascara. It's also great for sensitive eyes, which I have. I'm actually going tomorrow to the eye doctor to have a procedure done where that basically like kind of stimulates your eyes to produce more natural tears. I have really bad dry eye. It's just gotten so bad over the years. So cross your fingers for me that it is successful and works. It's not like a serious thing or anything, but you know, I'm just hoping to have really great results from it. All right, so I'm just gonna pop this on and kind of fan out the lashes. Oh my gosh, I love this mascara. It's so, so good. Okay, so for blush, there were several blushes that I fell in love with this year. In today's video, I wanted to feature this Hourglass blush stick in the shade Loyal. This I purchased at the Bluemercury summer event, and I fell in love with it. I love the formula. I'm just a fan of cream blush in general, but this particular one has a really great pigment payoff, and it blends out so easily. It's Hourglass, so the packaging, of course, is super beautiful. The way that I like to apply it is actually take a brush to the product, really load that brush up, and then I like to go to the skin. Rather than going directly to the skin, you can certainly do that, but because I already have, you know, a few layers of makeup on, I find this to be the best way to apply it without disrupting the makeup that I have down below. This shade is just a great everyday rosy shade. You can build it to get more color if you want, or you can keep it kind of sheer and very natural. I am somewhere in between the two today. Oh, I just love that. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. My goodness, that is just gorgeous. I'm doing my makeup kind of late tonight and I'm kind of regretting that I should have done this morning so I could wear this makeup all day today. Okay, that is so pretty. Next, I'm gonna jump into this face palette from Hourglass. I splurged and I treated myself to this. This was, I bought at the last Blue Mercury holiday savings event that was earlier this month. And I love Hourglass powders. I think that when it comes to powders that highlight the face or that have some shimmer to them, you cannot beat this formula. It is so soft and so refined. It just looks so beautiful and it just like reflects off the light in a very natural but noticeable way without being heavy. It's not a heavy, sparkly, shimmery formula. It's just absolutely stunning. So this palette comes with a bronzer, a highlighter, 2 blush shades, and then you get some ambient powders, and I love them. So I'm just gonna use, we're actually gonna dive into, which brush are we gonna use? I'm gonna pop over here and yeah, I guess we use the 113 again. So I'm gonna grab the 113 and I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this highlight shade. I'm gonna mix it in with the little just face powder. I'm gonna mix the two together. And I'm gonna kind of start here at where my brow is. I'm gonna just sweep down and kind of hug that orbital bone that meets my cheekbone like that. Kind of press the brush to get a little soft highlight. Oh, this is so beautiful. So pretty. I love this palette. I didn't buy it when it first came out. I kind of sat on it and waited about a month and then I just kept seeing all the posts about it and I was like, you know what? I'm going for it, and I did. Okay, the next I'm gonna take this lighter pink shade of blush, and I'm gonna take a large bronzer brush. This is pretty large to be a blush brush, so I'm not gonna utilize the whole head of the brush, but I am gonna just tap a little bit there, and I'm just gonna sweep it on my cheeks real softly just to kind of add a little extra pop to my cheeks. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. This was a splurge, but let me tell you, I have no regrets. No regrets at all. It's beautiful. I love it. It's just a very special product. Love it. So when it comes to lips, there were a few lip products that really impressed me this year, particularly one in the lipstick formula from Beauty Pie. And I was going back and forth on whether to put that in this video, but I wanted to include another drugstore option in this video. So that will be in part 2. The Beauty Pie lipsticks are amazing, but I'm gonna share with you guys the Color Stay Satin Ink by Revlon. This is a long wear lip color that is so comfortable on the lips and it lasts all day long. And this color in particular, I love. It's called Partner in Crime. It's so comfortable. I like the scent of it. I love the color. I like to apply it over a little bit of lip balm. It's comfortable on its own, but with a little bit of a lip balm, I get a little bit of a shine too from it. So I just give it a few minutes to set, and I just love the color. I love the longevity of the product. I love how comfortable it feels on the lips. It's so, so good. So there's a full face of products that I fell in love with in 2022. Definitely keep an eye out for part 2 because there are many that like pained me not to include in this video. I would love to hear from you guys. What products did you fall in love with this year? Let me know down below. Is there anything that I talked about today that you picked up and purchased after you saw me talk about it in a video? And if you did, what did you think about it? Let me know. It's okay. It's okay if you didn't love it. I will not get my feelings hurt. I also love when people share other perspectives too. So if you disagree with me about a product, like let people know and let people know why so that people can kind of, you know, not just take my word from it, but learn from others as well. But it's also really helpful when you explain why or like what type of skin you have. Like I didn't love that foundation, Lisa, but my skin is this way. It's just helpful for people that are watching these videos to help inform their purchasing decisions. Thank you for watching this video. I'll have all the details for Blue Mercury's down below. 20% off, $150 or more, you guys. It's a great, great time to shop. So I'll have all the products that I use listed and linked, and then I'll make a little notation next to each one that you can pick up at Blue Mercury. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.